Oh, do your own whistle. And if you're having a hard time whistling, it means you need to wet it. That's what we do on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's Real Monica Adams Show, joined with our wonderful friend Chuck Gillentine from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And today we have our sunglasses on because it is gorgeous and sunny out. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Oh, Monica, I'm live from beautiful Lake Sherwood.
Yeah, show us your view there. It's stunning. We both have the same sky, but you've got a better backdrop, I think, than I do.
It's beautiful.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. Are you still there? You moved. We just as we kicked the show off.
Last week it's
Oh, there you are. There you are. We lost you for a second. There you are. All right. So we were just talking about you have been getting the boat ready, right? You said you got a boat and a pontoon boat or tritune.
Tritune, yep. We've got it ready to roll. We've power washed it and took it out on Monday. And this lake is a gorgeous, small but deep lake, and it's fun to maneuver and just go around the coves and see all the beautiful sights,
Well,
beautiful homes, and all the and the amazing landscaping is just great.
I'm so glad that both of us came outside because that's what I want you all to do. Enjoy, if you can, a glass of wine with us outside. Both of us. Cheers to you since I can't be there in front of you.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers today with the beautiful weather. Definitely a good day for a white wine. And that's actually what we're going to feature this afternoon. You have been doing really great at the winery. You were telling me that you moved a lot of these over the weekend. This was your number one seller?
Yeah, Vidal Blanc. Vidal's kind of it's a great blending grape. It's kind of what they call a workhorse grape. You can do so many things with it. And our Vidal this year turned out fantastic. We bottled it a week ago today. In fact, with last show we were bottling, and over the weekend, for first time out, it did fabulous. Selling. It's crisp and clean, and it's got just incredible nose, and love its smell, and this will be another good food wine, but it's got just enough acid in it that makes it's just really dry, but a little bit of sweet. Missouri makes incredible white wines if you know what you're doing.
Yes, that's the thing. And I really love our partnership with Chuck and Defiance Ridge has really been to showcase the incredible wines that we have right here in Missouri instead of thinking about the other coast and looking at our region in particular. White wines on a gorgeous day like this. You mentioned we'll talk about some food that you could pair with this, but one of the things that I love is to sit by a pool. Can't wait to get this open, by the way, or sit by a beautiful lake and just enjoy a wine that you don't necessarily have to have with food. But if they were going to pair it with food, what would you put this with?
Oh, this is just your typical great dry white wine, and it goes for salads, grilled chicken, probably seafood, shrimp for sure, melons, fresh vegetables. It's just it cries summer, and it's just a great wine. You know
And
what I really like about this
what about
wine is
sushi?
the nose. It's got a fennel nose.
Oh, that
Okay,
you're a big fennel fan.
root vegetable fennel nose is this wine really shows it off, and not too many Missouri wines that I've had that were made like this, but Tom did a nice job.
And it's called Poppies, by the way. You want to talk about the significance of the name?
Yeah, John Shillington, my kid's grandfather, was an incredible man. I worked for him for 20 something years, and he owned a company called Shillington Box Company. Just a great guy to work for, and he loved Chardonnays and Missouri wise. He did like the Vidal Blanc, and so when we bottled this couple years ago, we decided he passed away about 4 years ago that we named it after him. And on the label is he loved to fly fish, and he really loved to fly fish down in Rockbridge, Missouri. And on the label, my youngest son Justin, that's his label, and we were able to the little picture in there of a gentleman fishing looks very much like him.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so again, you can come and try this out. Everyone was loving it this past week, and I just saw a comment from Sean, and he said, "I'm coming on Sunday to see Garden Party Band." So thank you, Sean, for supporting and getting some friends to go out there. Good afternoon, Julie Purcell as well. You are at home. You're doing a little rest because you've got a big night on tap, don't you?
Yeah, we got a big dinner tonight. It's our cellar dinner. They're small, but they're very intense, and the wines for the event tonight are just amazing. We've got some very old wines, and we got some fresh new wines also. But it should be a fabulous dinner. Looking forward to it.
How often do you hold your cellar dinners?
We've been doing them once a month, and we wanted them to be small, and they have been, 20, 24 people.
Mhm.
Uh, but it gives our chef a great chance to show what he can do. And cooking when our farmhouse dinners, which we normally have 90 to 100 people,
Right.
that's a lot of people to feed and really work their magic. This dinner being smaller for 20 24 people it really gives him a chance to do his thing.
I love those. I've been to your cellar dinners. I've been to farmhouse dinners. You also, we've been mentioning this, and there are tickets still available for it. You've got the big Mexican, which I know you're excited about, the Mexican farmhouse
Oh, I
dinner
am very
coming up.
excited about that dinner.
That's what, that's
Yes,
next Wednesday, isn't it?
it's the 8th of May, so it's two
Oh,
weeks from
2 weeks.
tonight.
Yep.
2 weeks from tonight, and we've got tickets for sale. We probably have sold a little bit more than half so far.
Hmm.
Tequila dinner, and I mean, you don't have to have tequila. You can have wine with your dinner if you want. But the courses are kind of work. We're working with a professional, and it should be a fun night.
Yeah, again, very unique, and that's the thing that Chuck likes to do is introduce you to new things that they haven't done before, and partner up and collaborate with some wonderful businesses in the area. You have been each weekend probably seeing more and more and more of this, right? More people coming out, more and more crowded.
Saturday and Sunday was kind of cool and windy. Saturday was, there was a lot of people. Everybody was trying to get in the sun. The music was outside, and we had, I don't know the guess. I know the number we did, so it was a big day for us.
Well, and there's some great events coming up. We've been talking, of course, about the big Ruby Lee concert that is going to be on the 4th of July. And we just brought her out on stage this past weekend. She was in Arnold at Rickman Auditorium. Everyone was like wowed by her voice because we mentioned you've got to hear her live. There's a huge difference from watching her on TV. And Chuck had a chance.
He's
He had,
strong.
yes,
He's
very
really
strong voice.
strong.
Yeah, she's going to put on an incredible show. So that's 4th of July. You've sold about what, 300 tickets so far to that?
Oh no, we've sold more than that.
More? Okay.
We're probably we're a little bit more than halfway there.
Okay.
So I think we're around 350 or
Awesome.
so. I mean, it's for for the music that we do. It's a higher ticket,
Yep.
and so hopefully we'll get it sold out. But we got a few months, and
Yes.
hopefully things work out well.
Well, you know how people are, Chuck. They always wait to the last second. Don't do that because we don't want you to wait and try to get tickets the day of. Just start planning your holiday out with family and friends. I love to see this because it's actually a friend of our show. That 80s band, those tickets have sold really well.
Yes, yeah, 80s band, and the second concert, the Silver Bullet, is just about sold out.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
we've nearly sold 700 tickets to that event.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Again,
it's growing,
the
selling
music,
like hotcakes.
yeah, like hotcakes. If you're
It
just tuning
really.
in, we're talking with Chuck Gillentine from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Again, just giving you an idea. Silver Bullet concert, if you want to go to that one, is on May 10th. The 80s
80s
band
band,
concert
the
is May 3rd, right? Next
third
Friday?
place. Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
then
first.
this coming Saturday night, you've got two more trivia nights. You've got one on Friday that I was showing earlier for Harry Potter. Is that sold out already?
That is sold out.
Okay, but then you've got pop culture with you have do have some tickets for that one?
Yeah, we do have tickets available for pop culture on Saturday night.
And then this is
That
it.
was from a canceled event back in when we had a snow day back a few months ago.
Okay. And then that's it for trivia for the summer, right?
That's it. No more trivia. Then we get into our music concerts.
Yes, and those are gonna be so big. We know we've been talking about, if you've never been before, just enjoying the view of how gorgeous Defiance Ridge is. If you wanna sit up by the house, you wanna sit in some of the chairs and the tables, or you can go off onto the lawn, sit by the vineyard, take a walk around, and just enjoy the beauty that is Defiance Ridge. We've been talking about this wine, again, a Vidal Blanc. Let's go a little bit more in depth. For people who are not familiar, did you say that this is possibly used in one of my favorite white wines, which is Conundrum?
Possibly. Chuck Wagner planted 5 acres of Vidal in Suisun. Oh, I guess about 7 or 8 years ago. I think they're on their 4th year of production.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I visited the and saw it. The grapes are beautiful. Vidal makes very long clusters of pretty big grapes, white grapes. So its production is a lot when you crush them. And I think for someone like that amount of tonnage, they probably put it in the Conundrum blend.
That is a good wine if you've never had that, by the way. And Caymus, just again, what a storied history they have. We were talking earlier, if you were just tuning in, that this white, again, very easy drinking, grilled chicken, a little seafood. I mentioned sushi would be a great combination. I love sushi and white wines.
And
If you're
and your
going to do cheeses,
cheeses also.
well, but you need to have light cheeses, right? You don't want something to
Yeah,
be overpower
no,
this.
you got to be something just really white and light.
So we're talking about the taste of it, flavors
Uh,
of grapefruit, a little pineapple, little mineral nose. He was talking about the nose earlier, and then hints of fennel. So if you're a fennel fan, which Chuck loves, that's one of the things that he enjoys about this.
I just love that in white wines.
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
and
It's
then
amazing what you can get out of a wine. The flavors and the profiles.
give a little history on this. You mentioned this is actually a hybrid wine, a French hybrid.
French hybrid that was discovered in the 1930s in France, and the gentleman who discovered it was wanted to use it as a high alcohol grape, and it just didn't pan out. And so when they crossbred it, actually, it's crossbred with Rayon d'Or, which is a grape that's a standalone grape that we do grow uh, uh, just a few miles from Defiance over in Augusta that we use. But the Vidal is very versatile. It's planted a lot in the Finger Lakes and up in Ontario. Make a lot of ice wines with it,
Mhm.
and they're delicious, very delicious. In fact, we're going to have an older ice wine tonight from Vidal at my table that I'm bringing out,
Ah,
and can't wait to try that. But in the Midwest, again a versatile grape. You make it dry, you make it off dry, you blend it. It's just it's just used for since its production is pretty high per acre. You get a lot of use out of it.
can you explain what an ice wine is for those that are not familiar with ice wines?
Well, true ice wine is you harvest it actually after the grapes are frozen, and botrytis, which is rotten in the grape, is set in. And when they press it after they pick it, it's just they're just hard raisins, with a tiny amount of juice in it, and it's basically honey. So when they press it, you get so little out of it. Then, and but that they do a lot of that up there. In fact, in Missouri, they still make ice wine, but most of the time they wait late harvest grapes and they freeze them in a freezer someplace or something and do it that way. We
One of
just
the
can't do
things
it the way they do it up there.
Right. Well, but again, what we do here in Missouri gets awards after awards. If when you go into Defiance Ridge, go into the little shop area and look at all the awards on their wines. I was just asking Chuck before we went on if he had these because these make me laugh. These are wine charms, and you said that's such a girl thing.
Well, it's I don't it is. I mean, you go to a party and you're always the ladies are always putting a little wine charm on your glass
It's
and
it's all about
it's
the
like,
accessories, Chuck.
everybody always loses their glass anyway. You
Right.
know, that
These
happens
are
to everybody.
if you like to host, and I do, and I know Chuck does as well, get these. He said he has a few left in the shop, but you also have something that I'm going to have to get next time I come in. You have wine earrings.
Yes, I believe we still have some.
Yep.
Yes, the little wooden wine earrings.
Are they made out of wine corks?
I do not think so.
Oh, because those are always fun. But yeah, I mean, it's just fun to look at these and then you say, wait, 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 that's mine. This one says, I rescued this wine because it was trapped in a bottle. Dog mother, wine lover, mama needs more wine. They make you laugh, but yes, they make you say, hey, that's my wine glass.
I've
Because when you have
rescued
a
a
big
lot of
party,
wine in my life.
we've rescued a lot, yes. Mouth to mouth for the wine. Oh, Kathy just said, wow, wine earrings. Yes. Again, so many reasons to get in and enjoy some good wine. We mentioned great food, and that's the thing that I really love. And anything that Chuck is behind, he always does it to the high level. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, I know there's rain coming in, unfortunately. So I hope it doesn't dampen some of the things that you have. But if it does, people can stay inside. I mean, I'd love for them to be outside, but they can go inside because there's a lot of
Oh,
seating that
the
you have.
rain isn't it early Saturday morning, and
Well, I know Friday right now they're saying that there could be two bouts of some severe weather. We're still 2 days out, because so who knows what could happen. But
yeah.
Friday and Sunday are weather watcher days, so hopefully Saturday will be your big day.
Okay, well that's good.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of great music coming up, wonderful opportunities for you to get in. And we would love to see you again on 4th of July. We're going to be there. It's going to be a fantastic time. Come out, celebrate the 4th of July holiday with us. And just, again, great music. So that 80s band is coming up. Ruby Lee is coming up. And then Chuck mentioned only about 100 tickets left if you want to see the Silver Bullet concert on May 10th. I love the fact that these are selling so well. And I hope that the 80s band concert on May 3rd goes really well, because we know Johnny Malaeus, who is the drummer of that
Oh
band.
wow.
Yes. So I've always heard great things about them. They put on a really fun show. What else are you excited about that's coming up later this year?
Oh, we got so many music concerts. It's just week after week. I think we have 16 of them. So each week it's a new band. We're going to be working with more farmers for our farmhouse dinner. Starting June, we're working with a local beef farmer. And then we got another local farmer that's out here that is into all kinds of different things, a lot of pork and sausage and this and that. And we're doing something with them. Dinner with Tony, my friend Tony White, Tony Tomato, who has our huge garden out at Defiance Ridge. We'll have a dinner, and then you just get in your fall, and it's just always something.
Fall. Well, I mean, again, I've known you for so many years. I just love gathering people together and going and enjoying the beauty of wine, and again, the scenery. Because if you can't go to California or Oregon and Washington State, then you go and you escape onto 94 and just enjoy the rolling hills. Again, please designate a driver. We always stress this. Please be safe, but enjoy. And if you have a designated driver, they can enjoy a mocktail, or they've got soft drinks and water, etc., and they can enjoy some great food. That's what I'm really proud of. If you haven't been, I'm going to show you a promo as we wrap up here with Chuck, so you can see the gorgeous scenery and everything that they've been doing. And then hang tight, because we've got some other promotions that I want to talk to you about. Kathy just said Tony's a great guy with a wonderful garden. There we go. She must know
He
Tony.
is. He does an incredible. He searches, and he really gets into things that a lot of people are very surprised how he can handle it and do it. So I mean, he's pushing something all the time and planting something all the time, and he's involved with the state in agriculture and on a committee, and he's a pretty busy guy.
Well, so are you. And we're not going to keep you any longer, because I want you to enjoy some time before you have to head off to your cellar dinner. So once again,
Okay, well, thank
Chuck,
you.
Chuck Gillentine, DefianceRidgeVineyards.com is where you can go check out their calendar, find some music that you would enjoy. I hope you have a very successful dinner tonight, and I look forward to
Thank you.
seeing you. We're going to be back live at Defiance Ridge in a couple of weeks on the night of the Mexican farmhouse dinner. So maybe we'll do a little tequila tasting together.
Yes, we will. We will.
All right, Chuck, thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Cheers. Thank you. Talk to
Cheers.
you soon. Okay. Bye bye.
Isn't that absolutely beautiful? If you've never been before, just wanted to give you a little taste of what you can see. And I want to know how many of you, either watching live or you can let me know and show that you watch this on replay, how many of you already have your tickets for the Ruby Lee concert? If you didn't come and see her in Arnold just this past weekend, your opportunity again on the 4th of July. Would love to see you for the holiday. Did you get a chance to see this morning's show? That's why I wanted to ask before we wrapped up. We had Grace Strobel and her mother, Linda. They are such a powerhouse mother-daughter team. And the three of us are going to be together next Thursday. That will be at Kendra Scott at Plaza Frontenac from 4 until 6 in the afternoon. We're going to do our show live, a bonus show from 4 to 5 in the afternoon. I want you to come by, do a meet and greet with Grace. She's such a beautiful outside and, more importantly, inside soul. So she has Down syndrome, and she asked her mom a handful of years ago, Mom, I want to model. And her mom said, okay, let's do it. She has been modeling for so many different brands and just recently, again, teaming up with Kendra Scott. But one of the things that I want to tell you from that show this morning is all about hearing her message and knowing that nothing can stand in your way. You can do anything. Let me just give you a little background on her. So right now, she is modeling for, listen, she's been in Forbes, Allure, Bella Magazine. She's been on PBS. She was on the Today Show years ago, Good Morning America. Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, Brides Magazine, Vows Magazine, Lady Gaga's Kindness Channel, and a featured panelist for Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, and Council of Fashion Designers of America Diversity webinar series. So Grace Strobel, if you don't know about her, then I love the fact that we introduced you to her today. She's not only a model at 27 years old with Down syndrome, but she is a speaker, and she is changing lives all over. That's what I love about this show, is that a lot of you are introducing me to people that maybe I met years ago when I was in my television and radio days, and we wanted to do kind of a follow-up on where they are today, or it's people that I never knew about, and you're introducing them to us. I also want to thank all of you that are reaching out and telling me about great organizations. There's a woman, Kathleen, that wrote me this morning right after the show wrapped up, and she said, Monica, I was in DeSoto this past weekend, and I came across a coffee shop that has your message all over their coffee shop. It's called Be Kind, and it's in DeSoto, Missouri. So I'm talking with them because we're getting ready to celebrate our 300th show next week, and I'd love to celebrate it there. I mean, that would be the most perfect combination, would it not? I say to go out and be in anything you want to be in the world, but before you're anything, be kind. Their whole shop is called the Be Kind Coffee House and Cafe. I mean, come on. Is there more perfect fit? No. So that's the 300th show that we are looking for. Monica, are you ready for Kentucky Derby week? Kyle, I am. So next week, by the way, as we go into next weekend, there's two big celebrations that I think we need to do. One is the Kentucky Derby on Saturday. Two is, we're just talking about Mexican farmhouse dinner. Well, get ready for that. It's Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. That'll be really interesting to see how busy the restaurants and the bars will be for a weekend Cinco de Mayo instead of throughout the week. So are you doing anything for Cinco de Mayo? We've got to think about that. Where's the best place for margarita? Where's your favorite Mexican restaurant? I'll be asking you all those things as we go into next week. I think I missed Administrative Professionals Day. Wasn't that yesterday? So to all of you administrative assistants and professionals and secretaries, I know they used to call it, I think that was your day yesterday, even though every day should be your day. And do you know that Friday, so this is where I really realized just how far we've come. Friday is National Pretzel Day. And I just remember running around and finding all of the best pretzel spots throughout our area that you told us about. You wanted us to try out, of course, Auntie Anne's, Gus's Pretzels, Pretzetera, Pretzel. There were so many other ones. We ran around and we ended up falling in love with Pretzetera, which I had never heard of. It's in South County. So I'm going to ask you again, are there any new ones on the plate as we get into National Pretzel Day on Friday? I just can't believe it's been a year. Mom and Michelle and myself all ran around and did that. And that's coming up. So it's a full year since we did one of the very first Mobile Monicas. That's really where the inspiration came from, doing Mobile Monica. And then we turned it into a real thing, which is businesses having us come out and do our show live from their business. And we've got so many coming up. Have you heard about these? Because we've got a whole afternoon audience that may not get a chance to watch when we do our show live every day, Monday through Friday. Do you know that? At 7 a.m. on multiple platforms. Kathy says Pretzel Boy on Hampton Avenue. Okay. Anybody else? Where's your favorite pretzel place? Since we're coming up with National Pretzel Day on Friday. Where's your favorite Mexican place? We might be running around doing some fun short mobile Monica's again in another way. Monica, are you going to do a Kentucky Derby themed show? Yes, I don't know. I don't know, Kyle. My team is hard at work with a lot of things that we have coming up. Next Thursday, again, is the live show from Plaza Frontenac at Kendra Scott, lower level. Yes, Sean, I agree with that. Hold on one second. Lower level right next to Canyon Cafe. If you've never been to Kendra Scott, beautiful. Actually, let me see if I can pull this from this morning. Yeah, so this is where you can come with us. This is going to be, let's see if it's going to come up. Oh, it looks like it might be blocked. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, the Kendra Scott store is on the lower level, right next to Canyon Cafe. And I would love to see you out there if at all possible, because it's going to be a good time to see Grace and her mother, Linda, and myself. We also have the big Mother's Day show. And if you don't have plans yet, or even if you have plans and you can run by, if you're out in O'Fallon, Missouri, I mean, I understand if you're out in Illinois or you're way down in Jefferson County, you just think it's a long drive. I get that. Trust me, I get it. I do run all around, but it can be crazy. If you can come by, it's in the Panteras parking lot, and that's going to be on Mother's Day from 10 to noon. So there's two opportunities for you. We, of course, do our every other Thursday, I should say. Almost every other Thursday, because there's 5 Thursdays in May. But almost every other Thursday, we go to Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, Yuppie Puppy in Cottleville. We do our show called Positive Talk Time, which I love. So since we started this show a year ago, we've come up with some fun things, like what you're seeing on the bottom of the screen. We just wrapped up Wet Your Whistle Wednesday with Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We do Medical Monday, Ask the Doctor segment, and that is with Dr. Sean Neary with Mid-America Spine and Rehab, and I want you to go to him. Tell him that we sent you. Get adjusted. This coming Monday is going to be a really powerful show, because if you are out of alignment and you just think, oh, I'm going to go to a chiropractor for neck issues or back issues, if you're out of alignment, your organs are not operating properly. I mean, isn't that a big wake-up call? And we're going to team up. And instead of having half hour and then another half hour with 2 different doctors, we're going to put the doctors together. Dr. Sarah Franco, Dr. Sean Neary, together in the hour talking about migraines. How many of you suffer with migraines? Do you know you can have Botox for migraines? There are so many things that are done in a natural and a functional medicine standpoint that we're going to talk about. That's coming up on Monday. So yes, I love the fact that we have not every single day is named, but Medical Monday, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, Positive Talk Time on every other Thursday. I'm thinking of doing, and I think a lot of you have been asking for this, the way I used to do my Motivational Moments with Monica when I was on Channel 5. A lot of people have asked if I would bring something like that back, because a lot of that was in the form of fitness. Would you like that? One of the reasons I wanted to stay on a little bit longer today is to ask you, the afternoon crowd, what would you like to see? What would you like to see with regards to more of the segments that we've had, or people that we haven't had on before? All those things that I would like for you to tell us. Or if there's things that we've been doing that you say, I'd like to have you do a little bit more of this. Let us know, because this show really truly is a tribute to each and every one of you. Okay, so Sean said Ruiz Mexican in Florissant. I'm going to 100% agree with you on that. And I'm also a big fan of Pueblo Solis. So Sean, have you been to Pueblo Solis? I know you're a Florissant, North County girl. Florissant has got my heart for sure. Ruiz Mexican restaurant, I will put way up there with some of the best food. And you got to order their green salsa if you've never had that green salsa. And their margaritas, I'm told, are some of the best ever. I would put them and Pueblo Solis hand in hand. But there's been so many other new ones that have opened up. So let us know as we go into Cinco de Mayo next week. What do you think is the best in town? Because new ones have opened up in the last year. So maybe we haven't been to one that you think that we should try. And again, we were talking about National Pretzel Day coming up on Friday. So what do you think is the best pretzel? And then where do you think is the best Mexican? Luann Petrie, love to see some fitness incorporated. Okay, well, we've been doing some of those. The hard part of 7 o'clock in the morning is a lot of people run off and they're going to work, right? So it's hard for them to work out live with us. You could take that show and work out later, though, if you want. But I think, would you like it in shorter segments like I did, those 1.5, 2-minute segments? We could do that. I want to say God bless Brad Hildebrand. What a great guy. Doesn't he have the heart? He's got a wonderful heart, doesn't he? Are you related to Lance, by the way? Because Lance is a very dear friend of mine. Lance Hildebrand. Now, Brad, I don't know if you're sure if you're still on, but you need to spread kindness to the world because that's the most important thing. And yeah, a lot of people do have a long tribute to my radio and TV career. I was in radio for 12 years, and well, 12 years before I got into TV, and then an additional 8 years with KMOX. So thank you for letting Lance Hildebrand. He's obviously related to you, probably in some way, I would imagine, because your last name's Hildebrand. Anyway, 18. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, 18 years in radio. And I did what 15 18 years in TV. So but they overlapped. So I did KMOX. For those of you that don't know this, I did KMOX. I was a morning show host at WIL for 8 years, flipped over to TV, and then simultaneously did my KMOX health and fitness show along with TV. And then I went full blown into TV. And then when we launched this show, I took all my years in radio and all my years in TV and turned it into this talk show, which has been, we absolutely love it. So, Brad, I don't know if we have ever met, have we? I don't know, but God bless you all that are watching. Ruiz is all remodeled. Yes, Sean, I have been in there. My mom and my husband and I actually went in, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, and we told them about all of our days growing up in Florissant and how many times we would go there. The crazy thing is, Sean, and to everybody else, when I'm up in Florissant, a lot of times, and this is really unfortunate that I'm pairing this together. But if I go up to a funeral up in North County, we always go over to Ruiz. And I told them, I said, I hate that that's what it's become, but it's kind of synonymous. You go to a funeral, go to a service, and then run over to Ruiz. What it does, it brings back my memories of having great times up in North County. Luann, yes, you're a shorter stint. So we can do that. That way you can take those. The reason we've been doing the full blown ones is so that you could actually work out with us live. But I like the idea of putting those segments together and then asking, just like I did at the end of them, what would you like me to cover the next time? So we can do that as well. So what else? What else would you like to see more of the show? Okay, so Tracy Woods, you're new to the show, I believe. Have we talked before? I need motivation for healthy food options, kid-friendly, easy cooking. Is this in your wheelhouse? It absolutely is. Tracy, I used to write up programs for everybody. One of the things I encourage you to do, Tracy, and I love the fact that we stayed on a little longer today. One of the things I encourage you to do is to get the kids involved in your grocery shopping. In fact, let me put these on because I'm squinting a little bit. One of the things that I love about kids, they are learning so much about nutrition in school that they say when they go to the grocery store with you, Mom, stay out of this area, because they know that it is the perimeter of the store that's the best place to shop. But you've got to get the kids involved in the buying aspect of it, the choosing of the food, and then going home and make sure that you incorporate them in the making of the food, and then teach them the importance of slowing down, enjoying the conversation with the family dinners. That's important. They're not just shoveling it in their mouth and then running out to go outside or going back to their devices, right? Their cell phones or their iPads. So it's all about slowing down and appreciating the fact that there's a process that goes into what they're eating. So kid-friendly options. You need to make sure you do want to have an array of food that you introduce them to. That's one of the things that I think too many times parents let their kids make the choices. I see this in too many of my friends' kids. And they're like, oh, they're picky. They won't eat this. And I said, but there's so much out there that you can introduce them to. One of the things I love about my friend Michelle, she introduced her son at a very early age to a lot of different herbs. He loves spicy food now at the age of 16, but he learned that at a young age. So Tracy, yes, I'd love for you to reach out to me. I do some nutrition help. I've been a fitness and transformation coach for 25 years. I do life coaching, all these things that we have as a part of our brand. You can just shoot me an email. Let me put it up on the screen for you. It is info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. This is going to say if you'd like to be a sponsor of the podcast, but I'm also going to say if you want to see certain guests on the show, that's my email address for you. Yes, love all you've said. Well, thank you, Tracy. Where are you watching from, by the way? Let me know. We've got about 28 of you on right now. Let's see who's over here on Instagram. And if there's any questions there. No, I do want to let you know of, kind of staying in the realm of help. We've got our Cultivating a Vision Night. Have you been to that? That is coming up on May 9th. And we've been doing these. They've been really, really successful. So if you've never been to one, that will be from 6 to 7:30 in the evening. Cassius Satars and myself, Cassius in Canada, and we have two coaches in one night that help carve out the vision of whatever you're struggling with, professionally and personally. They've been so successful, and it's not like hundreds of people. So you do have that one-on-one aspect. You can unmute and talk. So it's not this where you're writing in and commenting by typing. You actually have access to us. It's on a Zoom, and we're talking together. She and I are helping you with carving out your vision. We're helping you learn the aspect of cutting the cord, which is what we did last month. That's a huge one. Cutting the cord and then just watch how you soar. Learning breathing techniques, learning the art of meditation. All of those things are so important. Tracy said she's watching from St. Charles. Any of you, by the way, grabbing a glass of something good at home? Because this is how it started last year. We've really taken it more into the education of wine, more than Michelle and I kicking back in the studio and just having drinks and having a charcuterie platter, which was the basis of how it all started. It was a lot of fun. I would like to see some of that come back a little bit. Do you accept podcast suggestions via your email? Of course, Jerry. Absolutely. So we do a podcast, by the way, on Thursdays. Okay. So we drop our podcast on all the audio podcast platforms. We do our talk show Monday through Friday. That's the visual component. And that is, by the way, on Facebook, which I know a lot of you are watching on. We do YouTube. And then we also, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have our live show in the morning on Instagram, on X, as well as on Rumble. And if there's a platform, by the way, that you want to watch this show on, and we're not on it, then let me know that as well through my email address. So yes, feel free to email me and say, Monica, I'd love for this person to come on. I will weigh that. I have a full team that we kind of bounce off ideas to each other of, I think this would work really well. If there's something coming up on a national level, we'll try to localize it and bring people on. I'm excited about next Tuesday, by the way. The month of April has been National Organ Donation Month. And we're going to wrap that up we'll tie it up in a pretty bow of how, when your life is no longer here, how it continues to give back. So we're going to have a representative talking about Organ Donation Month. That'll be on Tuesday. Monday, of course, as I said, is Medical Monday, Ask the Doctor. And then we get into some of our live shows. So next Thursday is the show at Plaza Frontenac. Mother's Day show, again, from 10 to noon. I just want you to come by and say hi. My goal is to do a collage with a bunch of mothers that had a chance to come by and take pictures with me and my mom. So I want to see you and your mom there. You don't have to hang with us the full time. I'd love for that. I'd love for you to support the vendors that'll be there. They're going to have puppies there, adult dogs. So if you're thinking of adopting, it's going to be Diamonds in the Rough. They'll be there. And that's just one of the many shows. Let me tell you what, we've got I think we do actually have the entire month of May booked on Thursday. So what I've started doing is going into other days, because people have said, well, can you by chance do a live show from our business on a Friday? Yes, the answer is yes. We have a hold on May 17th and May 24th for a possible show at a really cool place called Circle 6 Ranch, and something new that they have coming up. So it's going to be on one of those days on the morning show, Circle 6. And they've already been around for a while with regards to their acreage, their farm, their ranch. But the restaurant component is what's going to be brand new. I'm really excited. That woman watches the show and she's like, Monica, I want you out to be at our business. So let me just run down things. Okay, so again, May 2nd, 4 to 5, live show, Kendra Scott at Plaza Frontenac. On May 9th, in the morning, 7 a.m., Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue in Cottleville. If you are looking to rescue a dog, you want to have a forever dog, and you want to adopt, don't shop, I want you to do that again from Yuppie Puppies. Just Pools. So I'm sitting out by our pool, and they actually did build this pool. Can't wait to get that open. It's time. I can't wait to get all those things behind me. I need a landscaping company. I need to have all that all spruced up and pretty. We'll be sitting by the pool, though, with Madonna, who owns Just Pools in Arnold. We're doing a live show from their business. That one is coming up on May 16th, and that'll be during the morning show at 7 a.m. May 23rd, back at Positive Talk Time at Yuppie Puppies. And then May 30th, Firefly Grill. My friend Christy Prosser, she owns that. That's in Chesterfield. And we'll be out there for a happy hour show from 4 until 5. So the answer to a lot of questions that I have is, if I have you out at my business, is it going to be during the morning show? Well, that just depends if it makes sense for you. If you want to have us out in a happy hour or an evening one, which the evening, by the way, June 13th, Sunset Overlook in Columbia, Illinois, that's going to be at 7 o'clock in the evening, wrapping up right as the sun sets. Makes sense, right? Sunset Overlook. The sunset, she says, right about 8:27 that day. So we'll be doing it as the sun is setting. And then we've got a show coming up in Lake St. Louis, July 11th, unless that we have to switch it around. But right now it's a hold for July 11th at Huga. Have you ever been there? Such a cool breakfast and lunch spot. It's all about health, natural ways. So we're busy on this show. Thank you for massage, Reiki, and other modalities presented yesterday. You're welcome, Jerry. Yeah, we had on the Healing Arts Center and my friend Tom Tessero, and I've had a lot of people say that they love the show and they'd love to see he and I together more often. So we're going into the summer already, booking shows into July. So again, start talking to people. And one of the things I want to say as I wrap up here is, if you introduce us to a business that books us for a mobile Monica, for a really well done business spotlight that my team puts together, or becomes a monthly sponsor like our incredible, our title sponsor has been for the last year in Vita Health and Wellness. We have Mid-America Spine and Rehab, Kathy Kilo Peterson, State Farm Agent, and then Defiance Ridge Vineyards and Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. Those are our regular sponsors. So people can be regular sponsors, or they can be a part of the show by a mobile Monica. If you introduce us to them, we're going to give you $100 in mobile Monica merchandise, which is the Know Your Value shirts. And this is the newest color, by the way. That's why I wore it today. Our Tenacity Teal. We've got Peppy Pink as well. A lot of people, I'm actually almost out, and I'm going to have to put a whole new order in, because as soon as they came in, everybody grabbed them. So 2 new colors. Our shirts, by the way, are in red and this really gorgeous Kelly green. We've got purple. We, of course, have Monica blue. And now we've got teal and pink. We've got jackets. I almost need a jacket right now with the wind blowing a little bit. Jackets in blue and black and this gorgeous pink. We've got men's jackets that say MA Sport. They're quarter zip. Those are in blue and black. We've got coffee mugs, and we, of course, have the Know Your Value journals. You can find all of our merchandise with this Know Your Value statement on our website, TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Just click on the store. And if you want to know where we are, because I gave you a lot of information as to where we're going to be, just click on the events section on the website, and that'll give you the calendar. And then you can come out and surprise us and say, Monica, I wanted to come out and meet your entire team. You'll meet Michelle. You'll meet my husband. My mom's at a lot of these. Hannah, Zach, Lori. Couldn't do it without this wonderful team that we've had for the last year. So a lot of opportunities to continue to spread the kindness. And I want to have you follow us also, by the way, on TikTok, because we've been providing a lot of our fun shows in stories and reels as wrap-ups in case you miss them during the day. So follow us on TikTok as well, besides all the platforms that I just mentioned to you. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Got a good crowd here on this afternoon that have been watching our Wet Your Whistle Wednesday with Defiance Ridge Vineyards. If you haven't been out there, please support them. So if you want to see this show go on and on and on and on for years, be sure to support those that support us. All right. Bless you all. I'll see you bright and early in the morning tomorrow. It'll be you and I together changing lives.